I'm about to get some really bad emails from people that run and work at steakhouses. For a long time, I have felt the a la carte steakhouse is outdated, and forever I've felt it's overpriced. So the question becomes, can you make a great steak dinner at home? And the answer is yes. I've blogged about this before, the $15 steak dinner at home. So to make that great steak dinner, what do we need to start with? Well, a great steak. The two steaks that we are seeing in front of us are both ribeye steaks, although they look completely different. The one on your left is a grade of select. You can see it is extremely lean, very little marbling, also known as intervascular fat, but marbling seems more appetizing. The one on your right is a choice grade, much more marbling and will stay juicier and more flavorful longer than the select grade. Now, if you like your steaks very rare, you can probably get by with the select because we're going to barely cook it anyways and it's not going to make a huge amount of difference, although the prime and choice will always be a little bit better of a steak. If you like your steak anywhere on the upside of medium, all the way to well obviously, you're going to definitely want to go with a choice grade or a prime if you can get it. Pay a little extra money, a little bit harder to find, but it can be found at local grocery stores. Now, grass-fed beef is a totally different ballgame altogether, and we're going to be doing a video that touches on that topic specifically in the upcoming weeks. So beyond these two steaks and the grading, what else do you need to make a great steak? Well, the first thing is, health department people, go away, go somewhere else, go to a site where you read about hand sanitization or something. We have to let these come to room temperature a bit. The reason why, if these are stone cold out of the refrigerator and they hit a hot pan, they are going to bring the temperature of our pan down. We're not going to get the crust and the searing that we want on it, and also we can get that crust eventually, but it might leave the very middle of it rare and cold. So we definitely don't want that. When it gets to room temperature, it'll hit the pan, it'll immediately start to sear, and that's how we're going to get a great restaurant finished steak. The other thing being, we have to pat these dry with a paper towel. Get them dry, the moisture won't hit the pan immediately, and that will allow a great crust to be developed also. Right before they hit a pan is when we're going to salt them, and that's what we're getting ready to do. Learning a steak's temperature is going to take some practice and experience, but it can be done if we follow these steps. Now, if you love to cook, then you should be growing something. We're about to use some lemon thyme, which is absolutely awesome, and also some onions to make an accompaniment for our steaks, and we're also going to toast some garlic bread in the oven. Now, one last step in the great steak cooking process. The steak has to rest. How long? About 5 minutes for this size, and if you wanted to let it wait a little bit longer, you could. Just put a foil tent over the top of it. Remember, it's going to take some experience and practice to make a great steak, but if you follow these simple directions, get a good steak, prime or choice, pat it dry, let it come to room temperature, let it hit a very hot pan with just a little bit of high heat oil like canola oil, let it sear and don't touch it. Flip it, let it sear, don't touch it. Take it out of the pan and let it rest. You're gonna have a great steak. Right behind our onions, we're gonna add in some white wine vinegar, grab our garlic bread out of the oven, plate it all up, and for 15 bucks, we've got a great steak dinner.